Here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. This is it.
This is Top Flight Time Machine. I am Andy Hotbody Dawson. Pow, pow, pow.
I'm Sam Nifty Delaney, so what?
And who might you be?
Good.
No.
Oh. and how are you today?
Yeah.
That's nice to
That's
hear.
good to hear. Thank you for joining us here on the what was it? The Monday episode.
Oh.
Sorry, I'm trying to do two
I
things.
thought you'd forgotten the name of the podcast for a minute.
Yeah, it's Top Flight Time Machine. We're doing this on Sunday evening. Comes out on Monday morning for most of you. Sunday evening if you're IFS. I'm just setting up because we're going to do one of our monthly video live streams, aren't we? After we've done this, and I'm just trying to set that up.
Which is accessible if you're a member of the Turbo, and it's always a really nice evening, chance for us to all get some face-to-face time, interact with you, the listener, share some banter, answer your questions. You get to see inside our pod rigs, and it's just one of the many advantages of upgrading your Patreon membership to Turbo. There you go. I thought I'd fill that little gap as you were setting it up with the sort of a cheesy kind of ad.
Yeah, because it's a bit different tonight. I mean, obviously we'll have done it by the time people listen to this, but what we're doing tonight, we've got now technology where we can have people on as guests. The listeners or the viewers as they become once they transform themselves into
Paul Danan. Paul Danan won't be a guest tonight, but he may be in the future. He has been in the past.
Oh, we're saying that we might have him back on again.
Yeah, why not?
We're not ruling that out.
He always goes down well. I mean, you know, he's a crowd pleaser.
He is. So what I was going to say is, we're going to have people on. If they want to come on, if they've got something to say, or if they've got something to show us, as long as it's, family friendly. If they've got, perhaps they want to do a small conjuring trick. That would be my ideal.
Yeah,
if someone wanted to do some kind of sleight of hand for us.
That would be really good.
That would be, I'd consider coming up with a prize for that. Obviously, it wouldn't be a prize. There'd be no prizes. But, so that's going to be 8:15 this evening. I'm going to do that. If you listen to this on Monday morning, this means nothing. It's all happened. It's in the past. It's gone. Perhaps something terrible occurred, and we've now had to shut down the live streams forevermore. I don't know. But anyway, let's get back into the groove of the podcast itself. There's just something quick I just want to tell you, Sam, which might amuse you, might not. It's just a minor thing. I was just walking the dog about 45 minutes ago, and on our regular dog walk route there is a house that we go past, and there is in the living room of the house, the curtains are always open, blinds are always up, whatever, lights are on, you can see in.
You can have a right good look in.
Yeah, have a proper good look. I'm not being a voyeur. I'm not.
You can't help but looking,
peeking through,
especially when it's dark. When it's dark outside and it's light inside, it's like even if you try to not look, there's a gravitational pull.
Which is part of the thing, because I'm wondering, does he want us to look? But anyway, in this house, every night when I go past in the evening, there's a fella sitting in there at what looks like a dining table. So he's converted his sitting room, because normally the house that overlooks the street is your sitting room, isn't it?
Yeah.
Usually, yeah. So he's using this as a kind of a dining room. There doesn't seem to be a sofa or anything in it, and he's always on a computer. He's got a big PC screen, tap 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 at the keyboard, sitting at this table.
Yeah. I
guess there's nothing illicit or untoward about it, because we can see in.
Well, yeah.
I can't see what's on the screen, but that's a side issue. Maybe he wants us to watch him doing whatever he's doing every night. Well, possibly it's his job. He has to be online he might be a moderator or something on a website.
Don't forget my experience round at Jimmy Savile's that time. When
I thought he was on the top floor.
He was on the top floor, but
penthouse.
He said, I don't have the internet, I don't own a computer, and I've never been on the internet. And I said, oh, okay, where's your toilet? And he said, at the end of the hall, just opposite the bedroom. So I walked down the hall. I walked down the hall to the bathroom. It's on my right. On my left is a bedroom, doors wide open, and there's a fucking massive computer set up, switched on, and online. Here.
Well,
Yeah, you fucking
Savo.
wrong un. There's a fucking computer down there. I know, that's what I said. Well, no, you didn't. You said the opposite. You got a big computer, it's switched on, it's online. Exactly. That's my point.
Next question.
Yeah. Okay.
But we'll get back to Savile in a minute. Yeah, so he's done this computer every night, doing whatever he's doing. I don't know what it is. Maybe he does online poker or something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, who knows?
But it's I think it's a family house. I think I've seen more than one person coming and going in the house. But anyway, he's there tonight doing it as usual, tip tap tip tap tip tap on the computer. But right next to his table is a helium-filled celebration balloon, and that's it. That's the story. I just wanted to share that with you. I don't know what the celebration is, but I've seen this fucker hundreds of times sat there at his computer. Tonight, for whatever reason, there's a celebration.
Oh, it's his birthday. He might be lonely.
So it might be. Maybe he got it from the people he works for on the computer. Maybe he smashed his targets. They've sent him a balloon. I don't know.
I tell you his birthday it is, and has been celebrating, is Cookie the dog, my dog.
One?
Cookie is
already?
One already. I mean, obviously we haven't had her for a year, because when we got her, she was already 3 months old. But anyway, I've been out all day watching American football, grid football iron.
Grid ball, handball
at Wembley Stadium. But I've come back and I've found out that in my absence, Cookie, who I've got to say, Andy, is increasingly naughty. Right?
You've hinted at that.
Oh my God! The barking's died down a bit, but she's replaced the barking with rampant theft and chewing of important items. Right? And if you leave anything on the floor, she will take it and she will chew it and destroy it, right? That's the phase she's going through. So today I come back, how's Cookie's birthday been going? Well, you know my fucking pig mask, my sleep apnea mask?
Yeah.
She's had
that.
She's had that away, ruined it.
Fuck.
She's destroyed it. She's like, yeah, bad luck, you might fucking stop breathing in your sleep now.
Yeah.
That'd be a shame, wouldn't it? Yeah,
that's an act of aggression.
I've chewed up your pig mask, you weird cunt. But this is even funnier, right? This is funnier. So, in my absence when I was at Wembley, there was a bit of a family get-together for my niece's birthday round at my mum's house, right? So everyone was fucking crammed into my mum's. Even my brother brought his dog. My mum's house is fucking small, right? There's like loads of people there. Nieces, nephews, and 2 fucking dogs. Plus my mum's got a cat there, which I've got to feel sorry for, because that cat lives a fucking charmed life, right?
Yeah.
My mum just stuffs its face and indulges it all week, and then suddenly fucking 30 really noisy cunts turn up with 2 mental dogs, right? Anyway.
Do they all get along? These dogs, there's no problem.
These 2 dogs had never met before. It was quite exciting because it's my brother Cass has got a dog, but he lives out in the country now, so we don't see it much. And the dog. So apparently, like his dog was a bit indifferent because it's a bit older. You know, sometimes older dogs are like, "Yeah, fuck off, you mad little bastard. I'm not interested." Anyway, look, I'll cut a long story short, uncharacteristically. They've all fucking gone into they've had their lunch. They've all gone into the other room to start watching a football or whatever. Yeah. My brother Dom's walked into the kitchen, right? And Cookie, the dog, right, has snuck in, right? And has got she's only small. She's got on top of the fucking table and and her face is piled into the fucking pavlova my mum's made.
Hey!
Meringue, cream, and raspberries and strawberries piled high.
Oh, superb.
The dog is fully on the table with her fucking snout deep in it. And she's fucking...
Love it.
And before my brother can even take action, I think he was just laughing before he was like, you know... He didn't know it's not his dog. He's thinking, well, I don't know what I should do, and he's laughing. The dog's just in seconds. The dog has hoovered up the whole fucking pavlova. Sensational antics.
That's superb.
you know, it's her birthday, so I suppose, you know.
Yeah,
you
she
got
thought it was a
cut-
cake for her, didn't she? Yeah.
Yeah, she
Obvious.
thought, well, I mean, we were saying, all right, hang on a minute, mate.
Oh,
I'm just looking at the sound recording here, and the lines are very, very small. They're small, which is better
They're
than them
small?
being massive,
yeah.
but
Sounds all right.
they're very small.
All right.
Hello.
Did they get bigger there?
No. They're small. You can see that there's noise, but they're very small.
Go into your system preferences and have a look at microphone input
Yeah.
while we're doing this. See what that setting's on. Settings, sound. I'm going to keep this bit in.
Yeah, fuck it.
Settings, sound, device for sound input, input volume.
Input volume is where it is just past halfway,
Yeah,
so that's good. And
when it says input level underneath that, are the lines, the dots, quite long? Coming along, yeah.
Yeah, you can see it. But also on GarageBand, which I'm recording in, record level is like the only difference could be is that I'm speaking to you on WhatsApp on my computer screen tonight, not on my phone, because my phone's out of bat.
Right-o.
But that shouldn't make too much of a difference.
Hey, let's hope not.
Do you know what?
And
for peace of mind, stop. Let's stop recording. Let me listen back. Let me listen back.
Okay. We will stop and then recommence in a minute.
You're listening to Andy Dawson and Sam Delaney, the hardest working cunts in podcasting.
Yeah, we're back. We've checked out the sound and everything. It seems all right. There's nothing to worry about. So, yeah. So
That's just us being very careful.
Yeah, we don't want to deliver anything that isn't 100% immaculate sonically.
Exactly.
To you.
We're here mainly for your sonic comfort.
Yeah.
Here for your sonic comfort, yeah.
So the dog had the pavlova.
The dog's eating a pavlova
Maybe.
and my fucking breathing mask. So that's how she has celebrated her first birthday, which you have to respect her for, really,
In
don't
style.
you? You have to respect her.
It's living out loud,
she
isn't it?
really is.
It's living out loud.
She's living out loud at the moment. She's
And
destroyed
I
so
guess
much.
when she was discovered with the pavlova, there's also an element of all right cunts in there as well.
Yeah. And I tell
You
you,
could think-
speaking of all right cunts, I saw one of the best all right cunts I've ever seen live today. It was
At the
Wembley.
the grid ball.
It was so funny. I've never been to an American grid ball game before. Strange experience, but on the whole, an enjoyable one. My son likes the Jackson Jaguars, which I've said before, and they were playing against the Cincinnati Fuck Faces or something. No, they were the they were playing against the Falcons. Anyway, the geezer who is the mascot, right? But the thing about, I don't know if you've ever been to an American sports game. I've been to a baseball match once many years ago, and I remember that being similar in that, like, there's non-stop entertainment. There's no lulls, Andy. There is not a second's lull. Like,
because baseball's a slow game,
and fucking American grid football, they start like incessantly, right? But they've got it all worked out. If there's a stop-start, something will come up on the screen. There'll be kiss cam. They had bongo cam.
They play that music on the organ as well, don't they?
Yeah, all that stuff. Honestly, though, the cheerleaders are going fucking non-stop. They're going like the clappers all the way through. It's fucking like they don't allow you to be bored, right? So anyway, I'm thinking this is quite good. I don't really understand the rules, but I can see when there's a good bit, like a touchdown or something. But anyway, before the game even starts, right, they'd been emailing us for days in advance going, look, here's all the shit you should get there early for. There's going to be all sorts of shit going on. And one of them said something like 2:15 Jackson DeVille surprise, right? And I was like, what the fuck's that? Who's Jackson DeVille? My son goes, well, Jackson DeVille is their mascot. Jacksonville.
I like his
Jacksonville
name.
Jaguars. So the mascot, as in Jacksonville, is called Jackson DeVille, and he is obviously a Jaguar, who walks upon his hind legs with a big furry head, like a classic mascot, right? Not even.
Here's something.
Yeah.
So many mascots, right, are animals.
Yeah.
But they all walk on
They
their
all
hind
walk on
legs.
their hind legs.
Some team should come up with a mascot that walks on all fours.
Absolutely, I'd love to see that.
That'd be incredible.
Crawling about.
Yeah.
Right. This mascot.
Authentically.
I was like, I wonder what it's going to be. And my son was like, yeah, I really want to get there in time for that, Dad. We can't miss Jackson DeVille's like surprise. Right. There's a guy.
Can I have a guess?
Go on,
Guess what he's like.
Guess.
Is he like James Bond in a tuxedo?
No.
Ah.
No. What? There's a geezer who's emceeing it, and the cunt does not stop talking all the way through, right? But it's really mad because he sort of commentates on the game as you're watching it, but then he'll also start doing like funny bits, and then he'll also do just squeeze in loads of ads. And here's a word from FedEx, our sponsors today. FedEx, of course, can get your package from one continent to another. And it's like, it's in the middle of the fucking game. The geese is amazing. Anyway, we're getting ready. We've watched the cheerleaders. It's nearly kickoff. And he goes, oh, and here's a surprise. Oh, my God, look up there. I'm like, what? It's Jackson DeVille. Right, and I'm not joking, Andy, right? No. Everyone looks up, right, because it comes up on the screen. And this fucking mascot, and he looks like quite a shabby mascot. You know, like when you just see it from a fancy dress shop. Like, he's like, looks like a jaguar. Really just looks like a fucking tiger, right? He is on the fucking roof of Wembley Stadium. I mean, not a ledge, like not in the gantry, like where the cameras are.
Actual roof.
The fucking roof.
Yeah.
I mean, my first instinct as a middle-aged father was like, oh my God, get down. Get down, what are you doing?
That jaguar is not safe.
Yeah. It was really dangerous. I was like, oh my God. And he's up there. And it was the biggest, all right, cunt, because he's up there and he's dancing. He is dancing. And his trademark dance move is the old hip thrust. You know, like where you kind of put your arms back, you pump your fists back and forth and thrust your hips forward and back. Yeah. Like you're pumping someone, basically, right?
Jalapeño.
Here's a brief but annoying message to let you know that you wouldn't be hearing this brief but annoying message if you were a subscriber to our Iron Filing Society Patreon offering.
For the price of a pint and a St. Clement's each month, you can get up to 4 episodes a week, 9 months before the rest of the world gets them. Early access to regular episodes, lots of other marvellous benefits, and there's absolutely no adverts or brief but annoying messages like this that will get right on your tits.
Find out more and subscribe now at tftimemachine.com/ironfilings.
Jalapeño. Jalapeño.
He's up on the roof of Wembley Stadium, one of the largest and most iconic stadiums in the world. He's just up there. And it was like the ultimate, all right, cunts. Because it's the way the guy goes, no one saw him up there. It was a spray. Oh my God, look up there. Yeah. It's Jackson DeVille. The cunt's on the roof. And it was a proper, all right, cunts. And he's waving and he's doing the hip thrusts, right?
Wow.
And like, I've just like, fuck. At first I've got scared. And then I've just thought, this is the ultimate, all right, cunts. So me and Len are laughing, right? We're already laughing. And then guess what he does next? That's right. He fucking jumps.
Tap dance.
No, he jumps.
What? Off the roof?
He jumps off the fucking roof. I mean, you've been to Wembley probably more times than me. Right, with all those fucking plate trophies you kept getting to the final of. It's got
to be boring after a while.
Fucking high. It is fucking high, mate. And you're not expecting it. And he's like, all right, cunts, that's right, I'm up here. Here, watch this. And he just fucking jumps. Now, after a few moments, like a couple of seconds, you realise he's on a bungee. But I had no way of knowing that when he jumped. I just thought, what's this? Is this some sort of mad mascot suicide fucking display? He fucking just jumps off and then bounces back up again. And he's like still... and he's still... he's waving. No, he's on the end of a fucking bungee, the mad cunt.
Hell.
And then eventually...
Was he wearing anything?
He was just wearing his fucking Jaguar costume.
Just a Jaguar skin.
Yeah. And then they lowered him down and they let him off. And then he just started carrying on dancing around the edge of the fucking pitch. It was fucking... I tell you what, it makes Herbie the Hammer over at the London Stadium look like fucking a right tedious cunt. Now I've seen that, he's going to have to up his game. Because, I mean, he's just ridiculous. Him and fucking Bubbles the Bear, the pair of them. We got two, and they're both fucking lazy and lackluster.
Oh, I thought the bubbles were just a thing within itself. I didn't know there was a bubbles.
No, there's
the bear
Bubbles
as
the
well,
bear.
to
There's two
represent the
mascots,
Bubbles.
right? There's Bubbles the bear, and
Yeah.
I get the vibe that he's for the much younger kids, like the little
Right.
kids, like you're under fives, and they're like, there's Bubbles the
So
bear.
the bubbles are a gateway mascot.
Yeah, and he used to be
Get
the
in the
only
real
show
one.
in town. But then I think a few years ago they thought, nah, we've got to have something that's more for like the older kids, something for a bit of edge. So they introduced Herbie the Hammer, who is he's a living.
Is Herbie the Hammer an actual
yeah,
hammer?
he's a living, breathing hammer with a face.
Sentient hammer.
But the thing about him is, as well, he's really muscly, and that's what I find really disturbing, right? Because he's got this big hammer head, but he's got fucking massive like biceps and like a six pack, and he looks quite angry as well. Like it's like he's on fucking steroids, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like,
It's not
I
just
don't
for the
like
kids,
this
that,
cunt.
is it?
Bubbles the bear
That's
is
for the dads as well.
Bubbles the bear is very benign, as his name would suggest. But Herbie the Hammer looks like he's, I don't know what he's doing, whether it's steroids, maybe it's a combination of steroids plus cocaine at weekends. But the cunt is fucking mad and aggressive. And I don't like looking at him. And also, he's never done anything as good as jumping on a roof. He just struts around looking menacing. Who have you got?
I'm pretty sure that Herbie the Hammer.
Who have you got?
Herbie
yeah.
the Hammer regularly dreams about smashing up Bubbles.
Yeah,
the Bear
definitely.
with himself.
Fucking, name me another club. Name me another fucking club in the top flight, right? Where the mascot has to share a fucking stage with someone else. It don't make any sense. Pick who you want. I ask the fans. I'm pretty convinced I'm the more popular, right? Bubbles the Bear. He's fucking pathetic. It reflects badly on the club. It makes us look like soft cunts.
Yeah, I can see why they brought it in. Why they brought in the Hammer.
Who have you got? Who's at Stadium Night?
We've got Samson the cat.
That sounds pretty good.
Because we're the black,
You're the black
cats.
cats,
We've got
yeah.
Samson the cat and Samson's girlfriend slash stroke wife.
Well, do you
sister.
know if that you
Not
don't
sure.
know what their relationship is?
I'm not sure. It's probably canon. It'll be on the
Yeah.
website somewhere as to what she is. But she's called Delilah. So Delilah was Samson's wife.
Oh
wasn't she?
yeah, it'll be as
In the
well.
Bible.
So they
So I guess it's his wife.
yeah, so they're
Well,
he's
she doesn't
boning
dress
her.
like an adult woman.
He's boning her, mate.
She's got like a ribbon in her hair and everything. She didn't dress like a woman. She dressed more like a little girl.
Oh wow, hang on,
So
I
it's
regret
weird,
saying that, using that phrase now.
I'm regretting this entire conversation right now. Samson, Delilah, Sunderland. What's the backstory there, I wonder?
Oh, hang on, doesn't
just describe it as
our mutual friend Frankie do the MCing at the Stadium of Light? He probably knows them personally.
He does the MCing. He does the match day coverage on SEFC.
Yeah,
TV.
if anyone's going to know, it's him. He's
Viewers.
probably had them round for fucking dinner.
We'll get him on.
He probably
We'll
said
get
to
him on
his
and find
missus,
out.
listen, I've got, sorry, it's a work thing, but I've ended up inviting round a couple of work colleagues for dinner. It's just, you got to make nice, it's a political thing. If you don't sort of do the socialising bit, then you might not get your contract
I'm trying
renewed.
to text him now.
They're a couple. They're really nice. I work with them very closely on match days. They're called Samson Delilah. Is there anything you should know about them? Not really. That's normal. I mean, they are. I will say this: they're both cats who walk upon their hind legs. That's one thing you should know about them before they arrive. So don't act shocked or make them feel uncomfortable. Okay.
That's the creepy thing. I think I've just decided now. That's the creepy thing. They should all walk on all fours if they are.
Yeah.
Generally animals that are on all fours. It'll be more normal if they were on all fours. I've texted Frankie, and we might get a response back by the end of this episode.
I hope so. Yeah. Well, he's if he doesn't know, no fucker's gonna know. Right. Yeah. So that's my day at the NFL. It was an interesting experience. It was very interesting. And I'll probably go again next year.
Did the Jaguars win?
They did actually, yeah.
Jaguars win.
They scored 2
that's cool.
touchdowns. Yeah. But the crowd are sort of...
2-0.
Yeah, they're not like that. It's sort of noisy, but it's not raucous. Like,
Right.
there's a lot... You can drink in the stadium, which is different to football. So there's a lot of big lads there, just like fucking, just doing beer after beer after beer. But no one seems pissed or out of control, which I found disappointing. Right.
You're hoping for a bit of frisk.
Yeah, there's no trouble. And like everyone's wearing different colours, right? So it was like the Falcons versus the Jaguars, but there was people of every fucking club there. Like I was wearing I was wearing a Giants cap, but like every single club is there. But there's no fighting or anything like that.
Was there people there wearing colours from other American sports, like baseball teams?
Don't know about that. Yeah, I saw someone wearing
Ice
an
hockey.
LA baseball cap. Yeah, what's that? LA Dodgers, isn't it? Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. Let's just see. Yes.
Well, I wear,
that's
you know,
good.
I wear baseball cap pretty much all the time because of my bald head, and I've always got a hat on, and but I just buy them at random. Usually I'm like, oh, that looks nice. I'm like, get that one, right? Because I find they kind of wear out
Good on me
quite quickly,
buds.
and they're relatively cheap, you know, and. But I have them of all different fucking teams, don't I? And sometimes I'll encounter an American in the street. Actually, in my area, there is quite a few Americans.
Oh, you've told us this before.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a guy you knew or something, isn't there?
Well, there's a
lost all
guy. There's a
respect
guy
for
I
him
know
because
who supports the Red Sox, and he got in touch when he saw me wearing a Red Sox thing. I was like, oh wow, I didn't know you like Red Sox, and I was like, I don't really. I just like the hat. I bought the hat because it was blue with a red B on it, and I liked that. But sometimes people try and engage me in the street, and I go, I haven't got a fucking clue, mate. I bought it because it looked nice. So I realise that's really twatty, because if it was football, do you know what I mean? And if you lived in America and you saw some geezer who lived down your street, and one day he was wearing a Manchester United shirt and the next day he was wearing a Manchester City shirt, you'd think, what an arsehole.
I would not. I will not approach that person ever.
Yeah.
I went on my 10-mile hike.
Oh, yeah. How was
I
it?
was threatening. It was knackering. We ended up doing 12.5 miles because we had some kind of like navigation.
That's
issue.
that's always a good part of it. They always end up being longer for that reason, but that's part of the fun.
I mean, it was good. If it had just been 10 miles, it would have been better. But we kind of had this route that we downloaded off the internet. Oh, let's go this way instead. And then ended up near a reservoir in the middle of some forestation. It's completely fucking lost. So that was good. But
it's
within
fun
the
to
first,
get a bit lost.
Within the first 30 minutes of setting off, we were shouted at by a farmer. We were chased by a massive herd of sheep.
Brilliant.
It were going really fast.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've ever had a herd of sheep coming at you really fast. But fuck
No,
me,
I don't
it's
think they'd
scarier
run at
than
me
you
before.
think.
I've seen them running, but not at me.
Yeah, it's scarier than you think. Anyway, they got quite close, and then their arse dropped collectively, and they stopped. And we helped a man push a car out of the field that was stuck in the mud. So
that's not. Well, this is a real. Do you know what this reminds me of? Animal
Last of the
Crackers.
summer wine.
A bit like that, but you know, like Animal Crackers always like they tell a story about an adventure they all got into, and
Yeah,
was there
it's a bit,
4
innit?
of you? Was there 4
There
of
was
you?
5 of us in the end. Yeah,
5 of us. Okay, so yeah, a bit
that's
like
a band. You get a band out of 5.
Oh, certainly, yeah. I mean, if you've got a rhythm guitarist and a lead guitarist and a singer who just sings, then that's a classic 5-piece.
You sing it plus tambourine, like Liam Gallagher, maybe.
Yeah.
Or maracas. But it was good. It was really knackering and fun. And would recommend to anyone. I know you do. You do have weekends away, don't you? Now and again,
Yeah,
to do
I love
the
it,
long haul hike. But I would recommend it to anyone. It's the kind of thing we talk about. It's good for mental health. Getting together with your pals.
It's amazing, yeah.
Getting some fresh air and exercise, having a laugh. And
that's what I always say as well. Like I always say, like when I do it, I usually do it with my cousin, and what we do is we talk shit relentlessly, and it's. I mean, we're lucky because you and I have this outlet to talk shit every day, right, to each other. But then, and that's really good to talk shit because people often say, you hear this, don't you? Like, talk to your mates, man. Hey, guys, remember to talk to each other.
Check in with each other, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm always a bit like, I mean, I say it, but then it's like, but what do you mean, talk to each other? Like, not all of my mates want me to ring up and go, "Hey man, how are you?" No, but really, how are you? Right?
I'll ask you again.
Not everyone's in the fucking mood for that all the time, and some people are never in the mood for it. They just don't. It doesn't come easy to them. And I sort of think all this like talk to your mates. Not everyone has to feel obliged to talk, because for some people it makes them uncomfortable. However, what a lot of blokes do really enjoy is talking shit, right?
Yeah.
And like I say, me and you have this as a daily opportunity for us to talk shit.
It's
but
helpful.
I cannot overstress how important it is for blokes to regularly talk shit, because it takes your mind out of all the boring shit that as you get older takes up a load of fucking headspace,
Precisely.
right? And that you ruminate on, like all the boring problems to do with work or your health or money or all the other shit that stresses us out. When you're with your mates and you just commit to a prolonged period of just talking bollocks to each other, it's really good for your nut, isn't it?
You're nut. It is. It really is, yeah. Try and do it. And don't worry about the weather being bad. Just take a waterproof or an umbrella.
There's no such
if you
thing
need
as
to.
bad weather, only wrong clothing.
The wrong clothing. Exactly.
Komoot is a great app. If you get an app called Komoot, which is, I think, KOMOOT, and you can basically, wherever you are, it'll see where you are, and then you just go, this is how far I want to walk. This is how difficult I want the walk to be.
Yeah.
This is the type of walk. So you might go, I want it to be flat, or I want it to be trail, or I want it to be woodland. Yeah. And wherever you're going, so like when me and my cousin go away, we'll decide, usually on the basis of a cheap Airbnb, right, we're going to go there, right? And then once we've got the fucking place we're staying, we then type in its postcode and look for any like walk that's been recommended, because it's all peer recommendations.
That's fucking spot on. Yeah.
So it's like, I want to do a hilly walk that's going to take about, you might go like 4 hours. That's near this place, and it'll just give you all the recommendations and then give you the map and the guidance. So anyone can go and do that at any distance as well.
That's spot on, because we're going to do this regularly. This thing we'll call it Hike Club. And we decided the first rule of Hike Club is no regrets.
Yeah, I think that's really important.
I won't tell you why we said that, but it's very pertinent. Right. That's kind of it, because we've got this live video stream to do as well now, and people are waiting for that. And we've done, we've done half an hour, I think. Update on the Prediction League. You got 4, I got 3, Results Bot got 2, so we are slightly gaining on the fucker.
Great.
We did encounter a security robot as well during the hike. It seemed to be guarding an outdoor toilet, in these portable festival toilets, and a small porta cabin. But it was on a public path, so we were allowed to go past it, and we set it off when we went past it. It's this robot, and if you get too near it, it starts bleeping and flashing really loud, and then if you keep going near it, apparently it emits fucking ink or something.
And this is in the countryside.
In the
robot
countryside.
in the countryside. Wow. Yeah. That's where we're at now, isn't it? Great. Yeah. Now even the robots are in the country. You go there to get away from the fucking robots, but they're even there.
Yeah, they are.
Fucking Sunak's Britain.
Yeah. Update from Frankie before we go. The relationship apparently between Samson and Delilah, he says, is friends with benefits.
Ooh.
Read into that what you will. All right. Thank you very much for listening, and goodbye.
Goodbye.